Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Candace your rapid manifestation coach. And here on my channel, I teach you the easiest, simplest ways to manifest possible, okay? If you're a part of this community, you know manifesting isn't complicated, it's simple. All right, guys, just before we get started, we're gonna let you know that unlimited coaching is back. Well, it's unlimited for 1 month at a time. Send as many messages back and forth that you want from the time that I send your first message back. So it's not from the date of purchase, it's from the time that I send your first message back. Because right now we're on like a 3 to 5 day wait based on the influx of requests that I get. Okay, so today's video is for my nervous Nellies out there, my people who are like, where is it? Why isn't it here? Is it even gonna come? It's seeming really impossible. How is this even going to work out? So this video is just all about me just explaining to you, hopefully simply, that your manifestation will always come true. And by always, I mean 100%, okay? 100%, no matter what it is, as long as you stay focused on it and you are persistent with it and you don't, over time, let it go and decide you want something else. By over time, I don't mean like you give up on it. I just mean like you might want something else. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're like, oh, while I was waiting for this thing, I manifested X, Y, and Z, and now I don't even want that thing anymore. I'm shooting for higher. I'm shooting for something over here, something like that, okay? So your manifestation will always come true. If you are a follower of Neville Goddard, the law of assumption, maybe even law of attraction teaches this, I'm not sure. But basically, it all has to do with like the whole quantum physics, timeline, situations. So basically, the moment that you become aware of a desire is the moment that you should have the realization that, oh my God, this is somewhere in my future, okay? This is somewhere in my future. You can't know about it if you have not experienced it, if it has not happened to you yet. And the way that time works is actually not linear. I've done a video on this about why, like, that explains how time is not linear, about how it's actually like multiple little timelines all stacked upon each other. And that basically you can shift between timelines, like from this point to that point, to that point, to this point, to this point, and how basically we're always kind of fluidly moving through based on our thoughts, based on whatever vibes and frequencies we're moving throughout, that we are shifting through these all the time, every day. So just to give you like a little example of how that is, like you can be upset about something that has happened, like, right? So like I can be upset about something that has happened, and either my day is going to be determined by the thoughts that continue to come after it, me continuing to be mad and just leading to like a circular set of experiences of me being more upset, having more negative thoughts, seeing more negative things in my reality, or I can go off and branch this way from that same thought, and instead take steps toward a different type of path for that day. So even though I'm still in that same day, there are like literally infinite possibilities of the ways that I can go, of the choices that I can make from second to second, from minute to minute, that are all like this close to each other, that are all literally just a thought away from each other, okay? So the moment that you have an idea in your mind, that you have decided on a desire that you want, is the moment that you should realize, oh my God, I have experienced this somewhere in another timeline. This is something that I totally am capable of having, that I can have, and it is somewhere in my future. Okay, does that make sense? I hope I explained that correctly. The second that you become aware of something is the second that you should know you have already experienced it along your timeline somewhere. Okay, and that's why the second that we have an idea about something is literally the second that our life starts to change. So I've used this example before about how people who have never been to the beach, right? But they live close to the beach. So like you can live, like there's some people in California who don't live far from the beach, but they just have never gone, that far outside of their neighborhood, that far outside of their bubble. And it just wasn't even a thought in their mind to go there. It just wasn't even on their radar. Meanwhile, you have people like, I don't know, like I'll use me as an example. I live like 2 hours from the beach, but like me, I go there all the time because it is in my mind. I'm like, oh, this is something I do. I go to the beach a couple times a year, da 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 da. So this person who lives literally 10 minutes from the beach has never been there. But the second someone says to them, hey, You want to come with me on this beach day? You want to let's plan to go on a date to the beach, or I have these, something or other going on at the boardwalk. Why don't you come there with me? Before that moment in time, it was never even in their reality. It was never even a possibility for them to go to the beach until that specific second in time. And at that moment, their perspective shifted and opened up a whole other possibility, a whole other set of experiences for their life, just because in that moment, they became aware of the fact that, hey, it's easy for me to go to the beach. I'm right here. All I have to do is hop in this car, and go. So the second that you become aware of a desire, your life starts to shift in that direction anyway. Okay, I went a little bit off on like a timeline tangent, but the whole point of it is the fact that you even have that desire to have what you want to have should be your proof. That should be your undoubted knowing that what you want, what you are thinking about, is going to happen for you. Why? Because it has already happened for you, because it's already in your timeline. Do we know the when, the where, the how? No, we don't know any of those things. And honestly, focusing on those things and trying to figure them out will just drive you crazy. Your only job is to have that inner belief, that inner knowing, and that will guide you to your end result, to your manifestation so much faster than you could ever believe when you just calm down and sit in that thought, in that notion that, oh my goodness, my desire is 100% coming. I've already experienced it. That's how I even know what it would feel like to have it. That's why I can even imagine what it would feel like to have it. So I'm not even worried about the rest of this stuff. I know it's coming. I'm going to keep doing what I have to do to propel myself to that outcome. And if the timeline stuff is like a little difficult to understand, think about it like this. Think about something that you have now, or that you accomplished, or that you have already accomplished. Maybe it's having your degree. Maybe it's graduating high school. Maybe it's having this certain car that you want, right? The person who you are now is in possession of those things. You are a graduate. You are in this certain type of relationship, or you have been on a date with this particular person. You have purchased this particular car. You have gotten this certain apartment. Well, that's who you are now in this moment. But think back. At some point back in your past, you were just a person who had the idea, who had the thought, who had the desire, the want, the wish to have what it is that you have now. At some point, you were someone who said, I'm going to graduate from college. This is what I want to do. This is what I want my degree to be. And you know what? I'm just going to work to get there. At some point, you said, wow, this car looks really cool. I think this is the car that I want. I'm going to go and try to get this car. I really want to change where I live. I'm tired of living in this city or this particular apartment. I'm going to go and move to this particular location. At some point in time, you were just that person who had that thought and that wish. And now in the present, sitting here, you are the person now who has it. So whatever your new desire is that you want, whatever it is that you don't have yet, that you are trying to accomplish, that you're trying to get to, you're just this person. You're just this original person in the timeline now. And it's just starting off, you know what I mean? It's just starting all over. You're just kind of back at square one. But eventually, you're going to be here. You're going to be the person who has what you want. So stop sitting here and thinking from this point of view, from the person who doesn't have it. Stop worrying about when it's coming, because all that's going to do is produce more worry and more anxiety and more doubt and more whatever is going on, when you could be sitting here just being happy, knowing, oh my goodness, it's coming. I'm super excited that it's coming. And I'm just going to live life and do what I got to do until I am this new person. See what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, stop worrying. The next time you start to think, oh, I wonder when it's going to get here, or is it even going to come? I really, really want this thing. Next time these thoughts run through your mind, it should click for you. Try to redirect yourself that, oh my gosh, this is coming for me. The fact that I am even thinking about it, the fact that I can even desire it, the fact that I can imagine what it's like to have it, means that this is somewhere in my near future. Get excited. Stop getting worried. Stop wondering when. Stop, complaining and moaning about the fact that it's not here yet. And just, oh my God, that it's not here yet. And just get excited about the fact that this is the life that you will be living. This desire will be in your possession soon, because your manifestations 100% have to come true. Okay? All right. I will see you guys in the next video.